Live to be legendary, right? Ask him his name.
What's your name, King?
Lamb, legend already named.
He's got an ancestors workout.
Look at the synchronicity with that.
Yeah, so the sis was telling me that y'all were doing a documentary.
Yeah.
What's it based on?
This is what's going on right now, you know. It's about documentaries, I travel the world, you know. So, you know, just drop all that game you got, man.
Okay, yeah, I'll do a drop, no problem.
Tell the world that you are, yeah, right here.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Okay. Legends already made.
Hold on, legend, you, Helen.
Yes.
Do me a favor, give me some.
So when you walk by and I seen that, bro,
Give me some footy.
that's hard.
Yeah.
That.
Bro. It's
Hey, my bad. I was focused on looking for red pill. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
my daughter.
I was,
Come on, Belly. Come with me.
Bella, go over there and video.
You're gonna see this on a big screen one day and be like, oh, I was with my daddy.
Yeah.
This is my legend. This is my future. This is what I'm doing it for. So yeah. Any questions?
Yo, man, so with what's going on, man, what's some positive words for the people today, man?
2020 is Corona rising. That's how we see it. It's a paradigm shift. You know, it's what the ancestors promised us, and it's wrapped in this is wrapped in this package that certain people don't understand what it is. So while the whole world is underneath this fear-mongering paradigm, those of us who prepared for the future are thriving. You know what I'm talking about? We're thriving, we're surviving, we're part of the passion economy, you know, we're part of the hustle economy, we're part of all of that, you know what I'm saying? My mother's an herbalist, she's popping. My brother's a healer, he's popping. You know what I'm talking about? I'm doing motivational speeches, I'm popping, I'm traveling the world. So things actually sped up, you know what I'm talking about? Things have actually sped up for us. People who were doing 9-to-5s are working from home now, and then they quit their working from home. Now they work for themselves. You know, the little ones, they were locked into the public education system. Now she's traveling the world with me, and not only is she being homeschooled, I'm setting her up with multiple tutors. So she's getting one of the same tutors that brought a 9-year-old into college, because the majority of the children that are in Mensa right now that are in college that are like 12 and 13, they were not taught by the schools. The majority of them, 98% of them were homeschooled. So what the Corona did was open up the possibilities for the star seeds and the indigos to receive the kind of education that they were not receiving. And the reason why the 12-year-olds are excelling is because they're not dealing with the social issues of peer pressure, of being in the school system, of dealing with distractions of other children. So they're able to thrive when they're either their parents or a tutor or someone else is teaching them. So now I could go to Tulum for a week, get money on a laptop. She's coming with me. She's having experiences because we're in the age of experience. You know what I mean? So nobody said that birth was going to be painless. Birth is painful. So this is a new birth. People, new ideas, new concepts, new economies. The passion economy is a legit economy. It's the new economy. And it's a pain. It came about painfully for some people who lost loved ones, people lost property and whatnot. But if you stay focused and if you stay on your path, you're going to prosper. Mad people winning right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, Ray, how did you get your start, man? How did you gain so much knowledge like this, man?
My mama, my mother, Dr. Sabi, she's his apprentice. You know, my father, my biological father, he's a professor, so he was grooming us from little to be, you know, just intellectual, and you know, we suppressed it, right? Going through what we went through, we hip hop, we children of the you know. So it wasn't cool to be cool when we were small. So we dumbed ourselves down, and we went through what is called a hero's journey. But coming out of that, look at us now. You know what I mean? So we were able, and then when my children were born, this is my second. I got 3. When my first son, when he was born, purpose came to me. Remember, I was living for myself. You know what I'm talking about? I was a booster back in the days. You know, ask about twin and I'm straight. I'm telling you. And I was boosting for me. I was stacking bread for me. You know what I mean? I was going to stand on couches for me. I was lit, but it was only ego, it was me. So now when I have a child, now I got something to live for.
Purpose.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at myself existing 100 and then another 100 because this is the future.
Yeah.
So now when I'm going hard, and if somebody put my back against the wall, I don't have no fear because I have a future in my seeds, and I could give it all up because they're here now. You know what I mean? So it really, honestly, to be honest with you, it was my seeds that turned everything around. It put everything in perspective. And some people say that you've always been woke and you've always been conscious. The only thing that it's almost like when you read a book and it's difficult, but then when you go back to it years later, the book is reading you. You know what I'm talking about? Because this is what our lives are about. So when people be like, oh, I'm conscious or I'm woke, no, my nigga, you're just aware of the fact that you've been on that shit, but you just didn't know what it was when you were kind of in that dilute. Yeah, you was like a caterpillar. You know what I'm saying? But now when you're a butterfly, because butterflies don't remember being caterpillars, and they don't fuck with caterpillars because they got wings now. So, you know, we all growing, King. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, you know, I don't want to take all your time, man, but
So,
you know,
there ain't
so
no
many
time.
people, they want to find their purpose out here in life right now, man.
Right.
How do they do that? How do they even go about finding their true purpose, man? Because, you know, the media is just confusing everybody. And
Mushrooms.
keeping everybody last.
Yeah, psilocybin. You know what I'm talking about? Deep
Going
meditations. Yeah, because
Going inside.
they got people saving up to go to Mars with Elon Musk, right? Talking about they want to go to outer space, not realizing that the endless space is inside. You'll never stop traveling. You'll never stop exploring. It's endless. It's part of those, you know, when they come out and be like, yo, the telescopes just found our planet 50 trillion years ago. That's them niggas microdosing or going all the way in on DMT at NASA, and they're looking inside of themselves. They're not that all. That's why when you do a close up on the eye, it looks like the universe. When you do a close up on the blood, it's looking like something that they're telling you that's outside of yourself. Everything is inside. Drop religion, drop judgment. You know what I'm talking about? It's so many distractions in this world right now. But because of the internet and other things that were promised to us by our ancestors, these are still prophecies. You know what I'm talking about? We're in an electrified age. What was written about thousands of years ago, there's a light at the end of that tunnel. So get with people, and especially getting with a strong magnetic force that could pull the better part out of you. Out of you. You know what I mean? Because we all got a God inside of us, and the goddess inside of us laying dormant. But you need a magnetic pull to pull it out. Sometimes trauma pulls it out. But you need a pull, and it's not a sexual thing. It's not about you need a boo. You just need somebody that could see it in you that's gonna pull it out. You dig what I'm saying? And our ego get in the way. We like, I'm not God, I'm not great, fuck that, I'm a nigga. And then we hurt people, we put up blocks, we do everything that we can to stop that person because the ego does not want the God to come out. So that's what I would say.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, let's go.
I gotta add on to that.
Yeah.
So like many are called, few are chosen. The one that choose themselves. So in order to find purpose, you gotta want to find a purpose. So you can't be born a legend. You can be born with riches. You can be born with certain abilities. You can't be born a legend to become a legend. So in order to answer your question, we have to want to find your purpose. It ain't about giving it to you. You gotta want. You gotta go inside and figure out what I'm here to manifest.
And you gotta be a doer. I'm sorry. You can't just be a knower and a thinker. You gotta do. I fell forward so many times. You know what I'm talking about? I've been locked up, I've been cut, I've been all kind of stuff. I fell forward many times and I didn't give up on myself. You dig what I'm saying?
80% work, 20% magic. You know what I mean? I ain't say faith either. I said magic. You know what I mean? Because it's real things we're dealing with.
Explain that.
So when I say 80% work, you have to do something to get the energy, the law of attraction to come back. The attraction is the magic, 20%. Now it's not faith because faith is blind. Faith is like, I don't know what I'm doing. No, magic, I know what I'm doing. I got the rabbit, I got the hat. Now I'm about to do the ritual. You know what I mean? Like, so we're doing magic. Like, this man's living to be legendary. So I had to give him this tangible t-shirt to bless him, to show him what he's doing, and the magic of that was being on your podcast or vlog. That's the magic.
So the doers do, right? We don't do to try to make anything. We just doing. It's almost like the rowers row. You know what I mean? And we're on this road to perdition. We're on this river and whatnot, and we're rowing our boat. I don't know where it's gonna take me. It don't matter because what I'm doing as a doer is I'm creating myself. I'm procreating myself or recreating myself. I'm laying down foundations. I'm planting seeds, and they're gonna grow. The oak trees will grow when I'm not here. But when I'm gone, I'm comfortable. No, I won't haunt these niggas because I already know that my work has been done. Because the work, like he said, faith with no works. You can't just have empty faith. You gotta have work. So if more of us would be workers, you're working right now. And in your work is the magic. You dig what I'm saying? Who knows what's gonna come of this? But you would never know what this is if you didn't start it. So they you know, the public education system, our parents.
Say it again, the public what?
Public education system, it deaded us. It suppressed us. It's retarded us. It stifled us. You know, that's why I'm so glad that she's out of that system. And, you know, she's free now. And so many things have retarded us, but we gotta break through. You know what I mean? We gotta break through, and breaking through is just doing. You know what I mean? Remember the kid in the school like, fuck that kid. You know what I mean? He was breaking the chains because he was feeling the education wrapping around him. And they was breaking through like, nah, I can't do that. So
and they become entrepreneurs and make more revenue and have a bigger legacy than the teachers. They teach
get your birth
on
chart,
a Eurocentric level.
And get your birth chart read. Understand what your course is, because it's really all in the stars. We are sentient light beings. We were sent here for a purpose to do something, but there's a chart. You know what I'm talking about? There's a wheel. We got a GPS, and we're not here forever. Don't get caught up in this binary planet. There's trinary planets. There's planets where all kind of shit is popping off. It's not even a planet, it's a plane, right? This is a plane of existence, right? So there's different planes above the firmament. This is not a planet, this is a plane. There's multiple, they even say it in the biblical books, they even say it in religion that you walk amongst different entities. The light spectrum, we can only see 10% of it. We cannot see all of the light around us. There's spirits walking amongst us as we speak. There's light coming out of my phone, right? There's rays that are coming out, emitting from my phone. So you can't see it with your regular light, with your eye and whatnot. Don't mean that it's not there, right? The proof of the matter is I could call China right now. I could call Alibaba and they'd be like, hello, you can call back, right? And that'll happen in a few seconds. So we are on different planes, right? This is Malkuth. This is a gross physical existence. Don't get trapped in the physical. Don't get trapped in humanity. You know what I mean? As a spirit, you can't be. We can't even fly. This husk is holding us down. This is gravity. We are gross. We eat. We sleep. We defecate. We don't do that in the spirit realm. Light beings don't do that. We don't have to worry about it. There's two energies. I went on a toad trip, right? Before, you know, the toad, that's another thing. Tap in, right? And it was told that there's only one energy on this whole planet, and God is love. And man created hatred because it's part of the spectrum, right? Keep in mind, binary planet. So you don't go crazy that you have an adversary or that you have an antagonist. In any type of story arc, you need a protagonist and an antagonist to even have a story. The oldest story told us the Osirian tale or the Osirian myth. Heru, Set, and Isis, or Set and Osir, which is Osiris, Isis, and Horus and whatnot. That story's been replicated so many times. Most famously, Lion King. You know what I'm talking about? In the Kung Fu flicks. You know, going to avenge your father. So don't get caught. People waste so many time pointing out their ops, pointing out somebody don't like you, and all of this exhaustion of energy and time. We don't have time for that. What do we have time for? We need to exemplify what love is in the flesh. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't want to be a part of the hate spectrum. I can identify it, but God is love. And I don't mean all of that fake tree. You know, I'm not trying to go kumbaya on you, but I'm talking about love of self, love of your creations, love of the creator and all of its creations. Like, you shouldn't be in the fucking sea grabbing colorful fish to eat it, my nigga. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just saying, like, Just love, right? Not blind, but love, understanding what that is, and loving yourself so much that you're willing to go inside of yourself, and you're willing to deal with the shit that's in the mirror looking back at you, because that's what fucks us up, and that's what holds us down, and that's what cements us into this realm of fear, false expectations, appearing real, part of the hate spectrum. It's not real. Shit is real. It's not real. Hate ain't even real. Most of your haters love you. You know what I'm talking about? Most of your haters have a sick love for you. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. It's not expressed the right way. Even these people who don't look like us, our children, they have daddy issues. Real talk, they got daddy issues. Go back to the Moors in Spain. They got daddy issues. When you really drink a whole fucking pitcher of beer and talk to them, they got daddy issues. You know what I'm talking about? And they know that the black woman is their mama. So yeah, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
Salute y'all. Indeed.
Any good books we could get?
Huh?
Good books? Any good books you would recommend?
Yes, definitely. I would highly recommend anything by A.A. Rashid.
A.A. Rashid.
Called The Kabbalah God. I would highly recommend our brother 19 Keys. He got a book out, you know what I mean? He's a very scientifical, he approaches things very scientifically. Some classic books, of course, ISIS Papers, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. You got any books that you want to
12 Universal Laws of Success by Herbert Harris.
Herbert Harris, legend.
Also, 12 Universal Laws of Success is good one. Oh, of course, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. By going in. The Power of Now.
Celestine Prophecy.
Celestine Prophecy.
Yeah, we went through that, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's so many books. There's so many
Once
books, man.
You know anything about the books? It's about wanting to know. Just try to want to know.
Yeah.
And once you want to know, the universe will open up to you. That's what's waiting for.
And The Superior Man that Nipsey had recommended, I had read that. That shit opened my mind up. You know what I mean? But ultimately, you know, write your own book.
Life is the book.
Life is the book. Book of Eli. You the book. Write it. Right? Don't let nobody tell your fucking story. That's what I really want to tell you. Don't let and the women are gonna venerate the men. The men is not gonna venerate men. I'm sorry to say it. That's not what we ego. We a nigga die, another nigga be like, yeah, I know that nigga, but what about me? You know what I mean? What does a woman do? She's Isis, she's Set, she's the throne. She kings you on the chessboard, so she's gonna king you because of what you did. So all of when you do your action, when you do your work, make sure you are their you make sure they are the curators of your work. Make sure that you let them call your homegirl up. Yo, I just did this. Yo, I just met this person. Yo, I just made this milestone. Make sure they write your story, because they're not as disingenuous as people of the same gender. And I don't mean to say it like that as some man against man energy, but from what I've witnessed, I've been in many funerals. You know, they are going to put you on the throne. They are going to immortalize you. Treat them right. Treat them with respect. Put them on the throne.
Yes.
Venerate them. You know what I'm talking about? Because when I saw my children come up out the yoni, I'm like, oh shit. This ain't
in a room now. It's 5, no door open.
This ain't. Yeah, this is not a regular. Like I had to humble myself. I don't got that. I don't have that machinery. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a fucking Lexus. I'm looking at a Bentley, my nigga. So
sure, respect the women. X before the Y. You know what I'm saying?
Plant your seeds in their brain. Put your loftiest ideas in healthy alkaline minds of theirs. Water that shit. You know what I mean? Love on them with your words, with your inspiration, and with your works, because they want to see us win naturally. You know what I'm talking about? All of them don't need us to lay down with them. That's not what that's about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for the brothers who are multiplying and who are laying down with these queens and whatnot, you know, hold it down, my niggas. Stop being a fucking lame, my nigga. Like, you could have multiple children if you knew what you was doing. If you knew, if you create a legacy, if you get a fucking estate. You know what I mean? One of the things that I saw when I was with the Toad, I had a vision of being on the beach, sunrise. I didn't have no clothes on, and I had multiple children coming with me. to the water, and the sun was just coming up, just shining on us. And then they mamas and everything was on the beach with us too, and they was comfortable chilling. You know what I mean? So as Africans or descendants of indigenous Indians, remember, we in Georgia, Atlanta, we had, this is sacred ground. They got, the Georgia mountains had gold in it. I'm going to the Tennessee mountains on Wednesday with 13 Babas for a ritual, you know what I mean? Because it's time for them to pass the torch. But this is sacred land. I'm on Turtle Island, New York. Sacred land. They made that shit, that was Manhattan. You know what I mean? Where our ancestors would go to do ritual. They didn't live there. They would just chill and do their magic, and then they was out into their other, their other villages and stuff like that. The mounds are sacred.
Empire of Amex.
Huh?
Empire of Amexem.
Empire of Amexem. Sheikh Amexem is where you at.
Yeah,
in Philly.
Sheikh
Amexem.
Empire of Amex.
So,
I got to exit at Moorland to get here.
That's my last name, Moorland. I'm a Moor.
Ah,
So,
my name Maurice means more.
Right, and he Maurice means more. So my estate, the Moorland estate. So my purpose is in my name. My name is Philip. P-H-I is Phi, right? Phi, philosophy, philosopher, philanthropist, but Phi is also Greek for fire. Fire is red. L-L-I-P, my mother didn't give me one L. L-L-I-P flipped around is pill. So red pill is in my first name. That's my purpose. Thomas is my middle name. I'm a twin.
Thomas is my last name.
Right. And then Moorland is my last name. And we on Moreland Avenue. And I'm a Moor on the land. And I know that this is my estate. Right? I know this is my land. So my purpose, my mama, she didn't give me a slave name. She gave me a purpose. You know what I mean? It was up to me, man, know thyself. It was up to me to discover what the fuck that was. Because I could have threw away the name and been, remember, they say honor thy mother, thy father, so your days is long. I could have threw her away like, yeah, my mama gave me a slave name and try to diss her. But then when I realized, like, Mom, you a legend, like you planned this whole thing.
Let's go.
They say that we plan, they say before we get here, we plan our journey. So when we leave, don't cry for us because we already knew. Look, Pop Smoke knew that he was gonna leave at 20.
Nipsey, too.
Nipsey knew that he was gonna leave at 33.
Biggie, too.
It's harder to be a legend and live to be 85 than to tap out at 20, right? Remember, they're showing people in real time how to become an immortal from a mortal. This shit is not easy. This shit is not. That's in Kemet. They was tapping out in 30. It wasn't because they had some kind of disease. They were like, nigga, this is a fucking gross reality. I'm gonna build some statues. I'm gonna conquer some nations. I'm gonna make some seas and recreate myself, and I'm out. That's how they was. And then their names lasted forever, huh?
And I'm back now.
And I'm back now. And then their names lasted forever. Then the people who basically live to be 100, you go back into a diaper. Motherfuckers is not even looking at you. You know what I mean? Playing, throwing you on the bed and all of that stuff. No. Make your mark right now. Then tomorrow is the present, is the fucking present. This is the gift. It's the right now. You don't have time. You don't got no tomorrow. You only got right now. So do some legendary shit right fucking now, bro. Get out of your fear bag and get into your love bag. Love yourself enough to just say fuck it and just push.
That's peace.
So yeah, that's what it is.
Present. You show up.
Love it, man. I appreciate y'all. All right.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah.